Okay, hopefully you can hear me okay, even though my washing machine and my dishwasher are going. We're just cleaning up after all the boarders have finally left. Anyway, I want to show you a little bit about kind of what we've been doing, what I've been doing with Maisie in terms of the brush, which you can see over here. So for one thing, and I think this is really important, is to pick a time to do this that she's already fairly calm. Sorry, you can't see me very well. There we go. So it's the evening. She's been really chill for a while. I just made some food and she was really the calmest she's ever been while I've made food in front of her. So that was great. And so I thought this is a really good opportunity to, sorry, that's not her whining. That's, you know, he really gets excited about grooming tools. And he knows what we're doing, so yeah. Anyway, so I've got my treat pouch on here, and what I want to be doing, there's a lot of different ways to work on grooming with a mouthy puppy, because I do think that's mostly what's going on with her from what I've seen, is that a lot of it is just that she wants to mouth the item, and she also seems to know that that's a way to make the activity end, which is probably often true, but actually what we want is a dog who has the idea in their head that actually this will be even more fun and exciting if I am not so mouthy. So anyway, she just barked at me, so I'm going to put those treats away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have treats in one hand, this hand, and then I'm going to have the brush, the comb in the other hand. And what I'm going to do is take the brush first, and then as she is aware that I'm brushing her, I'm going to reach for my treats and then start feeding. Really common rookie mistake is to do the reverse order. So that would be I'm feeding her, that's her tail. That would be I'm feeding her treats first, and then I'm going to start brushing or combing, and that is it's a major mistake, because in that case, instead of the comb predicting good things, the food ends up predicting, quote, bad things. So that's really not what we want. Okay, so here we go. I put my treats back, empty hands, and then I'm going to show her the comb. Good girl. So there's no tricksy stuff here. She shouldn't ever feel tricked. And then here comes the treats. Right now I'm using the back side of the comb because I always like to start in a place where the dog thinks something is just outrageously easy, totally doable, because then you're starting from a place of success. I'm grabbing another treat. I'm feeding these to her very slowly by kind of holding my hand in such a way that she's kind of just licking them over and over, and then eventually pulling them out. This kind of buys me a little bit more time. Okay, so I went from this side of brush to now I'm going to lay it flat. And I'm going to start getting some little bit of hair catching under there. Very good girl. And if I had a second person with me, that would be a lot easier, because that person could be feeding treats. And then I could have a two-handed approach with brushing. But I am just one person right now in this moment. But often my partner does help me with things like this. When the dogs are younger, it is a two-person affair. Good girl. So I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So it's kind of comb, treat is one option, or she can be licking the treats while I'm combing. She's actually doing really well. I'm doing a lot of actual combing now, and she's rocking it. Now I'm getting the little thighs. You're always going to want to start in the easy places of the body, which for her I've found is usually her back, her lower back, and then kind of work towards the more challenging areas. So the top of her head also tends to go pretty well, so I'm going to move towards that. She's licking a treat while I'm getting the top of her head. Good girl. Good girl. And then if I had a partner with me right now, I would have them feed while I do the legs. But I'm not going to do that. All done. Keep sessions really short at this age, and especially with her like busy activity level. She's a very fidgety dog, so keep sessions really short so that she's never rehearsing that fidgeting, and instead she should be rehearsing stillness while we do this, because whatever she's rehearsing right now is what she's going to kind of imprint and remember about this object. And so, sorry baby, you're okay. I'm sorry buddy, no. He's totally fine, he's not miserable. He just wants to be combed. Yeah, so whatever you're rehearsing at this age is something that she's gonna remember about being combed. Oh, when I'm combed, I am squirmy, or when I'm combed, I am laying down and eating, or whatever it is. So do be sort of mindful about that when you're doing it, and that means that keeping sessions really short and frequent is a lot better than longer and less frequent. Good luck.